Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Jordan's Journey Journal. My name is Jordan. Today, we're going to be talking about death and a little story. Recently, I found out, literally yesterday, that Ram Dass had died back in December, and it's a pretty big hit on me. And I wrote something about it because I really vibed with this guy. He was really cool, and it's sad to see him go, and it's sad that at least in this form, or in his old body, I will never get to meet him. But there might be a little bit of a twist. On with the journal. Today's journal date is 10/09/2020, and today's journal recording date is 10/09/2020. Posting date to be determined. Alright, let's get into it, guys. Yesterday was rough. I found out that Ram Dass, a man who means a lot to me, had passed back in December. Actually, the day before I got hospitalized. I was going to Crazy Town on the 23rd, and he was going into Wherever Death Takes You on the 22nd. I can choose to believe that this was just chance, but somehow I have to believe that that happened for a reason. You see, that manic episode I had was not pretty, and I would not like someone who I looked up to, like him, to have catch my name on the astral news. But there was a light in all of this darkness that I discovered yesterday. That the man who I met in New York City, who I thought to be God in the flesh, myself as an old man, or potentially just a wise dude, could actually be him, reincarnated. Now let me back up for a second, because I don't believe I've told this story. The long and short of it is, I manically went to New York City on the 22nd to find Sam Sheffer for a plethora of reasons. On my way to 368, after I parked my car, I found this man, who appeared to be homeless near the building next to the red gazebo, and he was just vibing, smoking some weed, and for whatever reason, I was drawn to him. And I asked to sit down and share some of his green herb, and he agreed, and we started talking. I played some Bossa Nova off my phone, and we had one of the deepest conversations that I've had the pleasure of having with a being. He told me about life and life after, and death, and his story, and what seemed like for an hour, we just talked. To top it all off, he showed me this book that apparently you can buy at any bookstore, but I forget the title, that had it all explained. The real truth, or maybe just a truth, but most likely the latter. But nearing the end of our conversation, on walks Sam Sheffer. So I call out to him, and he probably just thinks it's two homeless homies that are just acting crazy and walks on. But the point I'm trying to make is that that man could have actually potentially been reincarnated Ram Dass. It's always been one of my dreams to meet him and to share a cup and a conversation, but it seems like this might not happen in this life with his old body. This impossible hope and dream, but I hold out hope that maybe it really was maybe just a sliver of him, and now I have new light for how connected we all are as a universal collective. Death is not the end, as I rediscovered yesterday. Death is not the end, and time is not linear. Time is enigmatic. We are both in the present and the future. And we get to, I'm sorry, let me redo that line. Time is enigmatic. We are both in the past, in the future, and get to enjoy the present. If this man was Ram Dass in the future, or maybe future lives, because it seemed like he'd been through the cycle a few times. If this man was trying to give me my wish, then I'll do just fine. If this man really was crazy, then well, so am I. But I'm glad that as I was told stories about life, that he was just okay with me looking up at the sky. And I have to hope one day, if I'm back in the city, and I see him walk by, that I'll have enough courage to just reach out and say hi. And now, as the song loops, a quick poem by Jay. I hope you guys have enjoyed my story. And I'll take a sip of tea. And I'm sorry if you can hear stuff in the background, my mom is talking. And now a quick poem by Jay. Who wrote him? Okay. Rest easy, young space samurai. Death is not the end, so please do not cry. Remember what a wise man once said as tears roll down your eyes. Death is a quick moment in the journey we call life. Remember what you saw once about the dead, that they are going back home, but what they leave behind needs to be said. It's not just a burial stone to mark their time. It's what will make the flowers of new life rise in the sunshine. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, time to turn on the camera. Thank you for listening to the journal. Very quick one today, even though it seems like they're quick, and that's okay. Alright, you ready for the clap? Hello, and thank you for listening to my journal. It means a lot. Sorry I couldn't rhyme or do anything on the spot, but this one means a lot to me, and I already said that, but it doesn't matter because at least I can see that I hit it with the double clap. Ram Dass meant a lot to me. My therapist actually put me on to him, and he kind of changed my life and my perspective, and everything about me changed from within. And I have to give it up to the man for lasting, honestly, as long as he did. Because you would think a Harvard scholar, a professor with a PhD, wouldn't turn out to be him. You know, meeting Maharaji, traveling to India, and then eventually just laying back and dying in Maui. What a life, a journey that I couldn't even imagine or see. I had to take LSD too. Ram Dass, you were my dude. So, here's to the next life, and here's to me and you. Cheers, and I'll salute. Gone. And gone. Yeah, yesterday was rough. I was kind of gassed out on music. So I was at the workshop and I listened to a podcast, and Ram Dass was there. Not there on the podcast, but I listened to the Ram Dass podcast. Be Here Now podcast is pretty alright. I forget the dude's name. He's the dude who always intros it. My brain is like working at 50% right now. So Raghu Marcus said, you know, in his later years, and that kind of hit me. I was like, so he died? And then homie kicked the bucket, and I looked up and it looks like he died on the 22nd in Maui of last year, and that hit hard. You know, I got home, I was not in a good mood, and luckily my friend came over and that helped out a little bit, but still, I did some art for him. But I'll tell you this, with every death there is a wish, and I'm trying not to cry right now. With every death there is a wish. He showed me how to draw a two-stroke crow in Sumi paint, and shit, it meant a lot to me, man, because I believe in the afterlife, and I believe in all of that cosmic shit, and I believe that life is not necessarily ends at our fingertips. I think that life stretches way beyond, and it's not like you have to be enlightened to do it. I think that if you manifest something, that it can reach out. And I've been trying to figure out how to draw a two-stroke crow for a very long time, and Ram just was like, because I can channel and do all that kind of groovy stuff, or at least I believe I can, and it's up to you if you believe I can or not. But regardless, we had a nice conversation. I mourned for a hot second, and I lit some incense, and I sent the dude off best I could. And even though I might not be able to talk to him, I can imagine what he might say. So with that, we're rounding about 10 minutes. So guys, thank you for watching me cry, watching this journal entry. Remember to donate, because I want to buy a van so I can do this around the country and visit you guys and vibe out. Believe me, the plans are no doubt. Go on my website, go to Team Crows. The password is "May death have mercy on your soul," and try to guess what each and every project means. Viaticums will come in time. Don't worry, it's fine. So yeah, help your boy out. If you like this, donate 2 cents, and I know you a real homie. Because that's all I really want at the end of the day. People to recognize me for my craziness as Jay. It's a name that I have to come to accept at some point in time. It's a name that It's why I rhyme. It's who I go by eventually. Some people slip and call me it sometimes, and I'm like, hey, not yet, I'm not there. That's like calling me Mr. Alexandre or Mr. Alexander. So once again, Ramdas, you've been real to me. I'm very happy that I have your book. I'm just sad I couldn't give it to you by G. All right. No more tears. It's not raining. Only dreams now. I'll catch you guys later. Time for the Patreon special. Fuck. Patreon special. Crying edition. As my camera's about to die. If it does, I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Goodbye. Let me just restart this really quick. Patreon special. Jordan crying edition. Ramdas meant a lot to me, and I think I can still channel him. So let's try. Zemwa. So Ram. Zemwa. Missed it by one day. Zemwa. Happy birthday. Zemwa. It means a lot, man. Zemwa. Gonna miss you. Zemwa. Say more. Zemwa. Zemwa. What's the afterlife like? Zemwa. Told you. Zemwa. Darkness. Zemwa. He told me in the shower. Said, I'm in heaven. I'm young. I have a full head of hair. It's amazing. Zemwa. Maharaji's right there. Zemwa. Everything's bananas. Zemwa. You have no idea. Zemwa. Imagine Disneyland but without the Nazis. Zemwa. Samurai. Allow me. Zemwa. The afterlife is where you go to school. Zemwa. Like here. Zemwa. Listen to this man speak. As in me. Zemwa. And I'll flip it and say him as well. Zemwa, man. I'm sorry I couldn't see you. Zemwa. You did. Zemwa. On the day you died. Zemwa. I made you cry. You make me cry. Yeah. To go more into that story, yeah, I met the dude. He was a wise man. Told me about life, death, what happens, what we really are, what the Matrix, if it even exists, really is. Talked for hours, man. He was amazing. He really was. Honestly. Yeah. And I made him cry because he looked at me in the eye and he said, like, I still miss her, man. And I think he was talking, because it was as if he was like a collection of people. As if this man throughout life had Ramdas, had myself, had my father in a way, had God in a way. It's as if he was inhabited by so many different lives, but yet so few. Like, he had the entire gambit of a human existence and only picked a few people to present to me that day. And I'm just rediscovering about how he actually picked Ramdas for me as well. Man meant a lot. Man changed my life. He put me on a spiritual path. I wouldn't be the same person I am today. And some people say that and they're like, I wouldn't be the same person if I was today. No discredit to them. But I would not be the same person I am today without him. He told so many good stories and has so much insight. And I'm glad I finally get to fucking take it all in, keep it in my gut, and let it out. You know? It means a lot that he existed. And I hope to be the same person for someone someday. Because if a white man from fucking Boston, Massachusetts, who went to Harvard could do it, and become a spiritual teacher, why can't a black man who lives in Connecticut do it? And the only thing is I don't want to become a spiritual, knock on wood, alright. But I don't necessarily want to become a spiritual teacher as much as I just want to become a guide for life. You know, sharing my stories, sharing the stuff that I kinda do, and hopefully it can reach out to you in dark times, in good times, in bad times, and at any time. I hope to be your oasis, your vacation. You're person that can kind of like be like, okay, just play samurai later. You know? As shitty as I do feel inside, because it was a pretty heavy blow. I'm glad I got to share moments, you know. I'm glad I get to fucking cry. I haven't cried in fucking a long time. And people hold back tears for years, man. And it's only when death comes that they really come out. I'm telling you. Death, the only reason he's perceived as a skull is because he's cried so much that his skin's melted off, you know? Imagine every single time your 9 to 5 is you just fucking show up. And the person's like, damn, really? And then he's like, yep, today. And they're like, alright. But I'll tell you this. In my reality, death takes you to all the best spots, all the best places to get pizza, all the best places. He takes you out of time and puts you back in your time. He takes you to all the best moments in your life, and you can stay there for as long as possible until you are gassed the fuck out. And then he says, you ready to go home? And then you go, yep. And he goes, alright. Ding ding. Let's go home. That's it. It's not it, but just on to the next journey, man. On to the next life, on to the next realm, on to the next wherever. I don't believe that there is strictly a hell or a heaven. I believe that it's something undescribable. Because why else would there be? That's all I really want from life. That's all I really want to see. You know? That's a gift. Maybe, if you choose to believe, from you to me. Because I need to believe in something like that. I need to make sure that my reality, even as fractured as it can be, is somehow intact. I have to have my own set of beliefs, my own sense of time. I have to make sure that I go to work, or if I don't feel like it, fine. You know? I would rather do this every single day of the week, cry and just fucking express myself, than lift up boxes for just paper sheets. This is so much more relieving. This is true self-care. This is making sure that you have a proper moment to mourn. This is how to get out of your own head and just slick back your hair. This is how I want to choose to enjoy life. This is how I want to learn how to become a better storyteller and learning how to write. You know. Because if you guys have vibed for fucking 20 minutes watching a black man cry over a man who died months and months ago, then you're on my team, yo. And I appreciate it. Every single moment and step of the way. This is going to be a fantastic journey. Try to be. I remember I was listening to the podcast yesterday, and he was talking about love, and he says, if a person doesn't appreciate you for you, then it's their fault. Because if you think that you're a gem, and there's a line, a narcissistic line, but there's a line, if you love yourself, and it's not I'm the best, but if you love yourself, then you're fine. You are more than fine. And I love myself. I'm a bad bitch. Only death can kill me. I stopped smoking cigarettes because of Ram Dass, my G. Ram Dass and Jen. Because Jen said, Jordan, we want to see you make it till 30. And I'm like, fine. I'll smoke lavender. So I'm waiting for this chick to hit me back. I'm really waiting for this chick to hit me back, or else I'm gonna have to go and buy it on Amazon, and I really don't want to have to buy it on Amazon, man. Let's check the messages right quick. What's up, man? Or I could just look up apothecaries. And you know what? I just might, and take a trip. 6/28, they should be open. Let's look up apothecaries in Connecticut. I'm sorry if this really like breaks the existential wall, but it's remember, this is kind of like what Casey Neistat said. You know, this is a memory book. This is a video photo book for me and for you. So this is me officially quitting cigarettes. There's one in Simsbury, and it opens at 10 tomorrow. And if life has taught me anything, motherfuckers, it's patience. Jordan needs to learn patience. The best quote that I have ever said is, patience and persistence will have you persevere beyond anyone's performance. That and mustard seeds still grow great trees. And I have many others. But ladies and gentlemen, we're hitting about 20 minutes. So thanks for sharing this moment with me. It meant a lot. And I'm gonna go paint instead of go work. Because fuck it. Honestly, fuck it. I would rather do this every day of the week, up and down the street. I'm gonna enjoy some Panera. I'm gonna listen to some Boy Pablo and tunes that make my heart sing. I'm going to fucking organize all of my Spotify playlists. I'm going to tell the universe I love her. I am going to do all the stuff that makes me happy. Because at the end of the day, sometimes you need to take a hard left turn when everybody's telling you to go right. And with that, I wish you a good goodbye, but not goodbye and good night. So let's do the sign off. For Namu. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been your space captain speaking. I hope you have been enjoying the blues, because the sunrise is about to be peaking. Look to your left, look to your right. Those are your crewmates, and they are still alright. Regardless of what hat they wear, what team they represent, everybody here has a purpose and they are heaven sent. Make sure that you own that shit, but make sure that you know that you are still the shit. So space samurais, take out your swords, put them down, take up a brush, because we're gonna paint some more. I'll catch you guys on the other side. Remember, death is a doorway. There's no place to hide. Alright. Death is a doorway. You don't have to open. You don't have to close. Death is a doorway, so you never really close your eyes. And I'll catch you guys later. I forget the whole other one, but I'll try to come up with an official one. Space Samurais and Stardust alike, I'll catch you on the other side when you see me on a bike. Deuces. One last thing for Rob. Zimwa. Be easy. Zimwa. Sun rest well. Zemwa. You can. Zemwa. Call me anytime. Zemwa. Farewell. And you too. Take care. I love you, my dude. Zemwa, Zemwa. My man. Zemwa, no attitude. Zemwa, as the song ends, remember to look at the stars. Take some LSD. And remember, you're Roy Lars. In a past life. Zemwa? Then maybe it was me. But Zemwa. But her? Zemwa. Fine as can be. Cheers to me. Catch you guys later. See you, Stardust. Awkwardly gets up and walks 2 feet because his room is like 5 by 5. America's radio station. Believe in your boy. Roy. Oh, lordy, lordy. If I quit today, I'll make it till 40. With 40 40s and one fine shorty.